Hi, I'm Daniel, and in this video I'll show you simple channel synchronization on multi-channel military machines. Over here in this example I'm gonna use NTX 2000 Morisiki with upper turret with the B-axis, lower rotary turret, together with the main and back spindle. Over here, besides of setup, we already defined all necessary operations for the main spindle, as well few operations on the back spindle. Channel synchronization is only available for a multi-channel machine. Therefore, 2 or more channels has to be defined. To activate channel synchronization, you have to go right-click on the machine setup and channel synchronization, or in SolidCAM operation ribbon in SolidWorks, channel synchronization. As soon as you open the channel synchronization, and before we actually start with making the simple channel synchronization, I would like to make a short introduction into all options that are available in this dialog window. So I'll just start from the left top, and the very first 3 are the main for the selected operations, and you can synchronize select operation from start to start, start to end, and end to end. The fourth icon is the icon to make synchronization according to the CAM tree order. Insert labels between operations. I will talk about this option a little bit later. Add a new workpiece is the function to allow user to make advanced channel synchronization. This option will be explained in future videos. Next 3 icons is regarding to deleting the labels. Operation duration and the rested operation duration allows user to change the operation duration in any, and it will be marked as a yellow, and together it will change the machining time. With the same selected operation, we can reset operation duration. We have as well time frame view, which will allow user to see operations in the timeline. As well, this is a nice example and a good time to explain these icons on the bottom, where we can go to the show all, so all operations will be displayed. As well, we can just click on any of these and we can use zoom to selection. We can zoom in, zoom out, and we can go to the actual size. The next, it's operation clash view, which will indicate that which is the indicator does the channel synchronization is correct or not correct. This icon will be, if this icon is active, it means the channel synchronization will cannot be performed. Next 3 is the filters for the making different colors for your operation based on the turret that where it's defined, table or by the workpiece. Defined channel synchronization can be saved and imported as needful. So in that way I can basically make 10 different channel synchronization and load it in any time. Over here we have also the reload, undo, redo button, and the settings that I'll talk a little bit later. On the bottom we have the save button, simulation, G-code with time, save and exit, and the exit. Okay, let me now start to explain you what is actually inside channel synchronization and how actually to control it. On the left side we have the channel 1, on the right side we have channel 2. So basically on the left side are the all operations that are done by the upper turret, and on the right side we have all operations that is done by the lower turret. The very base and most important element of each channel synchronization are labels, or we can call it also weight marks. It simply means, for example, here we have also the number 1 and 1, it means that this machine will start at the same time with the channel 1 and the channel 2, and first the setup will be done. The machine setup in SolidCAM channel synchronization actually represent loading the stock, target, and the fixture. In the second label, we have our operations on the lower turret, then we have the part transfer, then we have third label, and then we have operations on the upper turret. Each label has its own axis status. So if we take a look on the second label, we can actually see the status of on the channel 1 and the channel 2, where on the channel 1 we have all axes that can be used on particular label, and as well on the channel 2 for the label number 2 we can use, for example, in this case it's X2, Z1, Z2 and C axis. As well, on all operations over here we can see that some of them are bold, which actually means, okay, my X2 is used in this operation as well on the Z2 axis, but my Z1 and C axis it's not used at all. Okay, now the logic is actually inside. So this doesn't mean that if I remove this label that operations will start simultaneously. So let me just remove this, and once I did that, my clash view will be possible to activate, and I can actually see what is wrong. Of course, SolidCAM, once you click on the red square, it will actually present what is actually wrong, and in this case the logic is inside that those two operations cannot be run before, as it's defined in CAM tree order. So CAM tree order cannot be broken. Okay. So besides of that, here you can note that simulation icon is gray, as well as the G code and G code retime. So the G code cannot be generated. As well, the operation cannot be simulated. Once I exit, you can note that any operation cannot generate the G code and either cannot be simulated. I'll just click on delete all, and I'll again run the synchronization for all country order. At the end, I would like to say a few words about inserting a label between operation. This icon actually allows you to make the label after each operation. And over here we have in settings to change the label number. So for example, the default is 1 and the delta is 10, for example. So you can know that very first one starts from 1, and later on we have delta of 10. I'll delete all, make a simple channel synchronization, and we can run it. Thank you for watching. For any question, please contact SolidCAM support on solidcam.com, clicking on the live help button.